Chapter 5. A Gift Horse. Cadence led Twilight through a massive wooden door and into a lush castle bedroom. It was decked out in rich royal velvets of deep purple and gold. Hundreds of precious gems of every color adorned the bed frame and hung from the chandelier. The early evening light, shining through tall, gilded window panes, was dazzling. It raked across the gray and silver stones of the walls onto the lavish furnishings. With all the glitz, the castle quarters could have suited rarity perfectly. The only thing about it that screamed Twilight was the fully stocked bookcase in the corner. Twilight blinked her eyes in disbelief. This room is all mine? Well, not all yours. Spike popped out from behind the purple drapes and did a little vaudeville dance. Surprise! Cadence laughed at the little dragon's antics. Spike! Twilight exclaimed, and instantly felt guilty for leaving him behind earlier. Sorry I left Ponyville in such a rush. You know how I get when I'm on a mission. Do I ever, said Spike. It's just lucky you came back here when you did. I almost ate the entire bed frame while I was waiting for you. Spike's eyes grew large with longing as he looked around the room. Jewels and crystals were his favorite meal. It had taken a lot of self-control to keep him from nibbling the furniture. Good thing you didn't. Twilight's eyes landed on a small, wrapped golden box with a bow on top. It was sitting in the center of the bed. Spike, you didn't have to bring me a present. It's not even my birthday. But I didn't. Spike scratched his head. I don't even know where that came from. It's for me, Cadence said, nudging it towards Twilight with her muzzle. Just a little gift from one princess to another. Cadence winked. Twilight tore open the packaging. Inside was a beautiful necklace made of purple jewels. At the center was a large prismatic gem in the shape of a heart. It had a special quality to it that Twilight had seen only one other place. Around Cadence's neck. Cadence, is this your favorite necklace? From when we were growing up? As a filly, Twilight had admired the necklace. It had always seemed to be extra special in some way that she couldn't quite put her hoof on. Cadence smiled warmly. Of course it is. I think it's time that a new princess wore it proudly. Oh, Cadence! Twilight put the necklace on and spun around. Spike's eyes were glued to the adornment. Twilight admired herself in the mirror. I'll take such good care of it. Thank you. Of course, my dear new sister, Cadence said as she made her way to the door. I just want you to know one thing. Twilight was still spinning around in front of the mirror, dreamy-eyed. Yes, she said, though it didn't seem like she was paying much attention. The rare gem in the middle has been enchanted with a powerful charm, Cadence explained. As long as the pony wearing it is filled with the magic of love and positivity, the necklace will wrap her in warmth and protection. It sounds amazing, Twilight said, looking down at the rare gem in awe. Wait, is this the same necklace from the story that Prismia wore? It very well may be, said Cadence with a wink, before she turned serious again. But you must also remember that if the pony wearing it does not display those traits, it will only serve to magnify the negative thoughts and doubts within her, cautioned Cadence. Be careful, Twilight. Remember, if you stay true to your heart, the spell will soon reveal itself. And with that, Cadence was gone. Got it, Twilight replied lazily, exhaustion from the long journey finally beginning to overtake her. She climbed into the cushy bed and nuzzled down into the covers. In the morning, she would begin to look for the elements of a perfect kingdom. True to your heart, she whispered before falling into a sweet, dreamless slumber. It was the sound sleep of a princess with a purpose. She had only been there a day, but Twilight Sparkle's crystal suite was already a mess. All the books from the shelf in the room were pulled out, littering the floor and the bed. Some were open to pages with spells and history lessons, others lay closed in stacks. Spike sat on the window seat, gazing out at the panoramic view of the Crystal Empire, and then looking closer with a telescope. He was trying to guess how many crystals were out there, and also how yummy each one would taste. "Where did Cadence say she started looking for the spell?" Twilight asked Spike, who hopped down and started restacking the books onto the shelf. It was almost like being back home in the cottage. "I don't know," Spike replied. "I was up here waiting for you, remember? I didn't hear her story." Twilight wandered over to the box that held the gorgeous new necklace. It was sitting on a beautiful dresser with a mirror. As soon as she slipped on the necklace and looked in the mirror, she knew exactly what to do. She asked her friends for their opinions. "That's what Cadence did," Twilight exclaimed. "Spike, take down a letter. No, make that 5 letters. I'm going to hold a secret spell summit with my best friends." A meeting of the greatest minds in Ponyville was just what she needed to crack this case wide open.